year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait.
冇人聲，唔係有咩？我見到佢有喐啊！嗨，冇人聲咩？我見到佢顯示有喎，點解有 ？What？ 好，重新開始。啊！我頭先講咗啲咩啊？嗨！頭先嗨晒你所有人嘅我。我係 Hi Kelvin，Hi 阿咪，Hi 爸，Hi 紅茶，Hi West， 同埋唔好掟我，係咁叫佢哋唔好掟我咯。好似係咁講，咁樣好睇啲，係咪？我咁樣係咪好睇啲啊？呢度個人 Hi。睇我哋有破壞冇建設，我哋今日嚟，我哋唔係嚟維修啊！不打，點擊拎起哇！啊 cover D， 哦，個 T 係設定嚟嘅。好 ，stop it， 曳，點樣拎起佢？哦，啪。我哋拎翻啲嘢出嚟啊嘛。點樣放出嚟？個耳環要放喺呢個位。Passport out。
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
佢有指示要點放嘅喎呢個，佢唔係隨性放嘅。哇！完成咗一個，咁我就當維修㗎啦。呢個唔係維修，唔好掟我。食垃圾，食咗幾個月，然後就係為咗嚟美食節食垃圾，唔係食嘢，食垃圾。Ow!
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day.
維修嘢就賺到錢㗎啦 ，OK 冇問題啊。破壞晒啲嘢。
My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store that I had to be a part of. I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bellariva began with a little girl, and a voice she was longing to hear.
哇！完成咗一個成就安咯，咁樣玩完第一張好易玩，不得了呢隻嘅。太易玩了，搖籃曲我哋整呢個收音機、錄音機。
It was my first morning in Bellariva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town. Its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days.
佢專登嚟呢度去個美食節㗎喎。
As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of
佢會唔會失望呢？如果唔好食，
So far, everything. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake.
拍佢，啪啪啪
And I
啪
felt
啪。
someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix?
哇，靚妹錢點收啊？
It was a
得
little
7
girl,
歲，
maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one
錄
of my
音
flyers.
機，
She
磁帶錄
rummaged
音
around
機。
in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore.
7 歲嚟講，佢都幾高。
I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal
有
thing
幾
in
難
the way.
整啊
Can you try?
？Can how？ 喂，有冇得扭轉另一面？點樣扭轉另一面？喂，放翻低。喂，好細。
Aha! Those batteries look like they need
要換
replacing.
電。
Luckily, I have some spares.
Ừ? 粒螺絲呢？喂，誒，佢呢個都壞咗喎。
Why did you do that?
我哋留翻好啊！點解我咁做？咁都要問。Ow！有 power 嚟㗎。 OK， 免費工嗰種，你要俾翻錢我喎。
Deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
冇錢收
No
㗎。
problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here
啊，佢冧嚟㗎。
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with.
Pay me.
Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo.
And the yo-yo， 哇，個 yo-yo。
I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt. She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all,
佢望落好似好 happy，但係佢一啲都唔 happy 咁嘅樣。
part I wouldn't be able to fix.
咁啊，第二張啦。半個鐘爆機。Where is that？ 心力交水，交水，交水。
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
今次
Maria. My name's Joseph. I'm
今次
Isabel's
有
father.
糧出啦啩？
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
碎晒喎，點 fix 啊？
My father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It
碎到
survived
咁，
100 years
點
in this family.
點砌翻？
But 5 minutes with Isabel and
百幾年歷史，佢用咗5分鐘打爛咗，咁重要你就唔好就放喺啲咁容易整爛 可以整爛嘅地方放好啲得唔得啊？
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
點 fix 啊？出來。
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
Believe me 啦，Sir。No。
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
佢可以彈返轉頭，唔係呢個。隻腳。喂。得啦！哇，太易玩了，不得了！
It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything.
喺兩格，你等等我啊！我想墊住個背脊，好辛苦啊！我背脊。OK。哎呀 ，OK，I'll stop it！ 我都話背脊好痛啦。可唔可以講多次啊？冇聽到。
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Sorry, I'm a little tired.
我唔係狸
I've been
貓，
working late getting things sorted for the
碗
festival.
紅。
There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid
Busy.
talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he
佢
wanted.
有
I
故
just hope
事
he
性
was
嘅一
finding enough
個
time for Izzy too.
修理遊戲，但佢易過上次我哋玩咗個。我上次玩過真係玩到，真係心力交瘁啊！交水啊！斷線哇 ！fix 呢個電話㗎，
My
呢種
second
好似
day in
現實
Bellariva
冇
dawned
用
bright
過。
and clear. Another beautiful
我就見過
sunny
架
morning.
假嘅咯，用唔到垃圾唔係垃圾嘛。啊！我的確有個垃圾桶啊，各位，你想唔想睇我個垃圾桶啊？可以彈出彈入嘅。我哋繼續。我的確有垃圾桶㗎。
Walking into town, I passed
心力
cafes
交水，
filled
啱啊，係
with
心力
fine
交水啊！
customers,
我真係知頭先個關點解叫心力交水啊！心力交水，
breathing in the smell of roasted
真
coffee
垃圾
beans and
我係
freshly
碗紅
baked pastries.
飲啖奶先。
I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next
Carmen.
door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria. Were you here yesterday?
阿莉呀
I have a job for you.
，What job？fix 電話係咪？我已經知你 fix 啲咩咧？我係咪好勁？
Tucked between its competitors as if
很
hoping
美
they
麗，
wouldn't
美
notice.
呢？有幾美？
Judging
哇！
by the
佢門口會唔會
empty
太
space
細啊
inside, though, her potential
唔講要呢個
customers
窗
hadn't
門嚟
noticed
㗎
it either.
Oh no！
It's a bit slow today.
啱啱開業已經唔順利啦。Oh
Pick up
no！
soon.
仲要
As
壞電
Carmen
話。
chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some seasoning tips, but it won't connect. Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
我覺得係壞咗條線。
You can fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
你 fix 唔 fix 到啊？我冇錢買嗰個新㗎。通常啲嘢壞咗唔係直接買嘅咩？
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier.
一個電話好貴咩？以前佢咪唔好自己還原翻個螺絲批啊！我咁樣扭得好辛苦。我係想將呢個抌去呢度，我要睇呢個。哦，入面塊板壞咗。我想要嗰條嘢。點樣拎條嘢出嚟？成個拎起得未？拎呢條嘢出嚟。哦，斷咗。乜放大啲嚟搞？冇。入邊係咁，我第一次見啊！我連佢現實即未整過嗰陣，我都冇見過。整完之後原來係咁。後邊嗰陣咪換好似爛咗喎。爛咗一個咯。佢好易拎錯嘢嚟嘅，唔想點好難轉去後邊。係 Oscar， 我好中意玩上螺絲呢個部分，現實都係。陣間插翻落去唔得嘅咩？轉盤電話完成。
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
點解
？So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry
or
let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go.
飲杯茶，嗰個茶咧係撳 setting 嗰個掣嚟嘅，所以一直有杯茶喺右下角。哇！免費咖啡。
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello, how's my favorite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
借錢。
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sisters decided to fly in for a visit. Oh God, I have to get ready. Actually,
仲有嘢做，好啊好啊好啊！
Can you come by tomorrow?
唔好意思，你有冇出糧俾我？其實，哇！之後要 fix 相機，聚焦，相機唔曉喎。
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival.
咖啡。
I I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my
哇！
hotel's
指明我添喎，
Apparently, another
我已經咁
guest
出名啦
asked
喺呢個
me
城入
if
邊。
I
哦 no， 不得了！
Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
冇專家。
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera, any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume...
全刻你確定唔係呢個位有問題？哇！有說明書好啊，英文㗎，亦唔係英文嚟嘅喎。
You need the manual.
我梗係 lead 啦，大佬未搞過。而家用螺絲咁個人，佢個螺絲好大粒喎，想講。
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
你而家先知啊，揾錯人啦！我碎咗 ，OK。
If I used the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
唔知點睇都唔係咁。 跟住呢邊啱唔啱？What？ 唔啱咩？咦？
Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
咁就係搞呢個啦嘛，係咯。喂！我第一個唔係你。 我咪掹咗嘢出嚟冇裝翻入去啊！我幾時掹咗啲卡？誒
Still a few parts missing.
啊 no！ 啲人有掹呢嚿嘢出嚟咩？唔覺有嘅，定佢一拆出嚟嗰陣拆埋，自動拆咗出嚟。一翻去 ，what？ Perfect.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
I picked it up on my first
限量版
It's a nice
3個月糧，
edition.
哇哦！
First of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary.
唔怪之你個妹問你借錢呢。
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford.
點解啊？
It
我
was
淨係做免費勞
strange,
工。
really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows
Hi,
what
E.T.
they're doing. Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince
Money.
me it's not a total waste of time.
Need money.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
仲咪專家第一次 fix 相機 fix fix 完啦咁就，哇！跟住整牌喎，大鑊啦！我發現我好多嘢都冇整過，整得最多係自己部機喎，
Carmen's cafe.
自己部電腦。
From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't.
我試過整壞過一部相機，有一次拍片呢，我用相機拍啊嘛，跟住我放一個比較高嘅地方，跟住我唔記得咗自己插咗咪，跟住支咪係嗰啲有條線楞住細細個可以夾喺身嗰啲，跟住我個人呢，醒起有嘢未拎，然之後一行可以扯成部相機跌咗落地。佢就係咁樣壞咗啦。
was supposed to be a sign outside.
之後換咗部新。
This might explain the lack of customers.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
所有嘢都壞嘅，點解？哇！呢個已經唔係壞啦喎，要重新裝過啦，係嘛？呢個膠水嚟㗎，黐啲咩要 ？Nope。哦，就咁黐咗有咁氣嘅。好似撐咁啲嘢咁。Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
我覺得大部分人中意過嘅男仔都係會變咗全能維修技工，
I think I
由
have a
電腦
spare
到
part
冷
to
氣
do
都會
that.
整翻到。誒，佢講咩頭先冇睇到啲？有嘢未整好喎。會咩嚟？線嚟嘅。佢冇得好好咁擠落去嘅咩？佢一揩落去就係嘅咯。 喂，打交叉，爽啦！佢閃緊係咩意思？哦，佢要整呢個效果嘅。
It still needs something else.
但咁樣綁好核
Maybe I can have one
突
of，these.
仲要加嘢？喂喂，多咗咁多嘢㗎？呢放前邊㗎，應該呢個啊。頭先嘅預覽圖好似係雪糕樣喎。唔會要加啦啩？如果電腦版都係咁簡單就好啦，慳翻我食呢個燈嚟嘅啫。
It works. I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
點解緊佢而家係開始加多啲要求落去，唔係一次過俾晒所有嘢我，點解會唔見咗個 mouse 喺度？
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
That's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of
我啱啱整好啫喎。
sign.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't
我
disappeared with
我
her.
啱啱整好，然之後你想拆咗佢係想點？哇！遊戲機啊！呢部叫咩啊？
It was
咁
the day
厚
before the festival, and the whole town was busy
勁
getting
細
ready.
部，
I had more
手
work
掌
than
咁
I
細
knew
係咪
what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of
成個
his
鎮有冇咁多嘢
peaceful
要
front
fix 啊，大佬？
I barely reached their front door when I heard
又
someone
揾我？
calling me.
Maria,
冇錢㗎喎！
quickly! It's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden
遊戲
overflowing
房，
with flowers of every
嗯，
color. Nestled among them was
佢個遊戲房同我
a playhouse, its
想
doorway
像嘅地
almost
方唔同。
completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small.
Okay.
Like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I
揾到一個
had
Game
an
Boy。
accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything.
我以前嗰部都係親戚俾我嘅啫，我細個冇嘅。佢有餅帶係有100隻 game 喺入
Can you
邊。
fix it for me?
一部係咩嚟㗎？別係呢部係咩嚟㗎？哇！爛到咁㗎！你係跌爛咗㗎？ 掹翻啲線啊喂！嗯？而家原本嗰個係會調轉咗擺，我真係好易撳錯。Nope。我咪拎咗呢塊先，唔係你啊 ！No， 哦嗰個，我其實喺上面仲有塊嘅，因為佢啲線全部都係呢種顏色嘅。咁我要點插嗰陣先？我頭先冇睇到掹咗添。咁一兜過去插嘅。喂，冇。咁三條線插邊，咪漏咗放嘢，係。咁仲有2條呢？都唔啱。佢有俾燈我咩？佢冇俾燈我噶喎，因為要拆咗啲塊出嚟先。喂，插唔插到個對面？唔係啊，頭先一拆掹出嚟都唔係咁噶。1、2、3係咩意思？音樂1。2係個電，3係個光，好核突啊咁樣。 要返學啦，拜拜。
Do grown-ups play games as well?
但係唔會玩遊戲，唔會玩呢部嘢咯。你變大話咗咩？點樣開機嘅？
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
好難玩，向前向後打定咩都打隻雞。我影雞。Congratulations! So easy game。幾得意喎佢部機。
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him.
哇！幫完佢個女，然之後幫佢嗲啦，要嗲。
Why would he think that?
Because,
媽頂！
well, I kind of dropped it
我咁大個女未試過掟遊戲機，
at the wall.
應該唔會掟嘢，應該話，
Izzy looked down,
因為掟嗰樣嘢係自
stuffing
己噶嘛，
her
掟
shoes
爛咗咪
on the
冇咯。
floor of the playhouse.
所以發脾氣都好，唔好掟嘢，因為嗰樣嘢係你自己。
Dad said I have to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back
Ow.
through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think, had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
送佢哋老人院，唔發飛都要掟我。Why? You no good。哇！整錶喎。
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell.
如果我想發脾氣，我會係咁摸隻貓喎。
It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains.
但唔會揀掟嘢呢個
Scrubbed
option。
desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
I was repairing a
Gotcha.
lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job
整
I've
錶
got
好
for you
難噶
is
噃，
a
有冇
little
放大
more
鏡俾我玩？
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of
每一
course.
間
It's traditional for the mayor to judge food
嗰陣
from
好大
every
咩？
cafe and restaurant in town. I'll be declaring the best chef in Bellariva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which,
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
咁大個陣竟然冇地方係整錶嘅。
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Maybe I don't know。Love always。仲要後邊刻住名嘅添。哇！碎咗。
The main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
佢原本個樣係點嘅死啦，嘿嘿。我係未整定啊！我唔記得整埋佢個面。No， 梗係放唔到落去嘅，另外放咗個蓋先係咯。
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
我發現佢哋通常要我整嘅嘢都係佢哋好珍貴嘅嘢，即係人哋送啊，或者自己儲錢買嘢。除咗嗰個電話之外，條帶都有壞咩？喐翻下啊！佢原本係點㗎？我唔記得咗。哦，佢可以睇到我有冇放錯。哦，拆過，哎呀！掹漏咗一個啊！哎呦！咁大個要放邊？定放入邊？What？ 喐得翻啦啩？爭咁樣嘢，爭一樣冇放到落去。最主要嗰塊，因為應該係放邊位。奇怪嘅，即係我要拆咗先可以整。奇怪嘅呢個設計，冇理由㗎。頭先拆嗰陣已經係咁嘅啦喎，係咯。後邊啊，原來奇怪，我奇怪點解會放喺入邊？ HD。我唔中意佢轉嗰個嘢嗰陣嗰個操作，係咪好容易揩錯要撳嘅嘢？上螺絲呢個都唔太重要，佢冇鎖死嘅畫面，好容易飛咗出街。要自己人手扭嘅，佢唔係自動嘅。一嗒嗒聲啊，有啦有啦！哇，手錶好難整，我都話手錶真係好難整。
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here. Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this.
Bye bye.
I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left,
聽日就係啦，
Brandon saw
唔
him
快。
pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
及時修復。哇！呢啲我自己都冇喎，更加唔識收啦，係
And
嘛
my？ last job of the day brought me to
乜
Carmen's
嘢嚟㗎？相機
door
嚟
was
㗎？
opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but
有啲
totally
亂。
charming. It was
執返我
easy
張
to
床就唔
imagine her
亂
living in
啦。
a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things
賣
to
二
make
手
her
嘢。
some money. She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector.
幻燈機，
Treasured it, but Carmen
未見過幻燈機呢個樣咯？
Take a look.
呢咩年代嘅嘢嚟嘅，大佬？大佬，我唔識嘅喎，我哋識扭螺絲嘅啫喎。封咗蓋先啦，首先。Warning. Beware.
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Ừ, 上邊嘅。佢塊嘢咁大，點樣放兩個啊？我都點放兩個？ 嗯，定呢度有嘢玩㗎。
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
係張相嚟㗎，佢哋張合照嚟嘅。穿住上，OK。
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
我唔係應該近翻個過去先咩？
I think I've missed a screw somehow.
咁冇得插佢睇㗎。哦，呢個要放埋落去，唉，我以為分開嘅添。唔係喎，插線嘅喎。哦，咁樣嘅，插呢個位。You stop it.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
喂，
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home.
還登機。
Too busy.
我唔飲垃圾水，我要飲牛奶。
Elena was
喂，
transfixed. Staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the
問題我
problem.
冇錢啊！
There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
佢冇錢，但係叫我幫佢整相機嘅，唔搞嘢嘅佢。Hi， 哇，大佬，呢啲買咗個新㗎啦。
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour? Helena was supposed to help me run the store today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
佢唔係整喎，佢組裝。What？
It all fits. Now to light the gas.
會唔會爆㗎？我咁慢。哇哦！壓出嚟，開唔到嘅，開唔到嘅，啊會爆㗎！哦，佢有一定角度嘅，好彩佢冇爆啫。上面冇嘢，呢喺度燒，會爛㗎。我係咁搖嘅，咦？我未撻火，我未撻火，我唔記得咗頭先掹佢出嚟。係啊，你冇啊，我會死㗎。呢個可唔可以抌咗佢？得啦，咁快嘅？咩食節嚟講，佢用咁細嘅煲嚟煲嘢都幾係有幾少人你先至用咁細個煲。你唔講，我以為你去 cam。大佬你，我叉色睇啊！加咩啊？加啲字落去。既然你咩都有，我加晒落去啦。Perfect。
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
四季湯。咖啡店賣湯㗎？我亂加都得㗎，原來。唉。好食，唔可以。
Well, You've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
我唔知要維修嘢，而家要幫人煮埋嘢食啊！仲點？哇！呢部嘢真係冇喎，現實真係冇過喎，太舊啦！屋企冇呢啲咁舊嘅嘢。
I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bella Riva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss
頭
was
先嗰煲
about.
嘢我整嘅喎。
Maria, my favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after
咁所以佢琴日去咗邊？
Carmen led me through to a balcony
電
upstairs,
唱
where she
機
brought out an old
係咁寫
record
嘅。
player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival.
去邊？
She was selling her camera
啊
to
no！
clean
佢
the cafe's
賣咗部相機，我整
She
嗰
didn't
部
have
啊！
much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do. I wanted to give her this to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids.
佢哋到底有幾多爛咗嘅嘢要我整
Do you think it has one last tune in it?
？I don't know. I can try.
Let's see what happens when we turn this on. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Oh.
I think that should do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can...
No, no, stop it. 我俾好多嘢我。
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
The problem. Where? 條線呢？
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
轉速要點樣試啊？呢個大細聲嚟㗎咋？哦，原來呢個係速度嚟㗎，我唔知嗰個係咩嚟嘅，直到。
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear.
即係我想聽快啲，可以拉嗰個位。
Is that
Oh
my
no.
record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young
總之佢唔使
sisters
我幫佢
slide
整埋
together
個
and
唱
serve
片
all these years in
唱片應該好
separate
難整。
once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more.
用咗3個月量買嘅限量版相機，然之後賣咗。
I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going
我
to be
完全唔係
perfect,
fix
but
緊佢啲嘢，
they
我
were
係 fix
both
緊佢哋嘅
prepared to
關
try.
係。
And to think
成
that
game
it
入
all
邊，
started because of a call Carmen made
但
about
嗰家人
some
應該
soothing
fix 唔到
tips.
啦。呢兩姊妹易
I guess
啲，
in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard
我一
to
加
just
3係有
pick
啲
up the
難。
phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear, but the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
What is that？ 哦，好靚，音樂盒嚟喎。
My final morning in Bellariva, I received one
我
last
最
call
後一個
from
工作，
Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Isabel, Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again.
咁都幾嘈啊！我間屋咁多，接接接，有蟲聲，咪即係蟬嗰啲有。
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing.
有合照喺裏邊。
Can you help?
Can you help？ 本來就係你幫你整嘢噶啦，諗應該可以嘅咩嚟㗎？啊，有隻白鴿喺度嘅。點解冇幅相嘅？頭先唔係有幅相喺度嘅咩？可以換咗佢喎，幫佢。好夠啦呢幅相，幫佢換咗佢啦，不如。
Could you add this family picture?
加幅可以。咦？我要膠水。佢搽一滴都當係嘅，我想講。因為佢冇得拎嗰個螺絲批去吸住嗰個螺絲，咁樣唔係快啲咩？
mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
呢個係咩嚟？睇唔出呢個係咩嚟？撳咗出去先，嚇死！呢個係咩嚟㗎？嗯？哦，放喺上面嘅，係喎，應該會跌咗出嚟㗎佢。真係好易撳錯嘢，成日揩到其他嘢。差咁啲嘢喎。見唔到條鎖匙。
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
冇咗佢唔係要我整音樂盒嗰啲突出嚟嗰啲，幾驚驚賴屎真係。哦，識喐㗎，好短啊！但係音樂盒嚟講佢好短。
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it
My
to make
wife
sure.
used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight. Know that I will always. I've missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father. Working
做嘢邊有錢養大佢兩個
Izzy
呢？
needs me more than that. Especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where
嗰個竇會唔
Joseph
會太老呢個
strapped
樣？
onto his shoulder.
個女得7歲，老婆都好後生個樣。
She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything.
整好咗個音樂盒就整好佢哋關係，但係個女依然同老豆講咗大話喎，佢掉爛咗部遊戲
Joseph
機，
was a good father, and I could tell
佢
he
仲
was
叫我唔好
determined
同佢
to
老
be
豆
an
講。
even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over.
啊！我要離開啦，
Before I left,
我
I knew
fix
there
埋
was
自
something
己
about
喎要點 fix 啊 ？How？ 裝我個心落去。哦，執行李啊！
My time in
點解
Bellariva
翻譯
was
個名會
almost
冇咗？
at an end. Another chapter finished. and
點解
the
變翻
story
英文
was sending me
？Maria。
ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so
但我
much.
想講，我覺得好少時間幫佢收嘢咯，收你啲嘢勁快完成，10幾分鐘裏邊完成。
Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop.
我係
The
偷
day
走
I
㗎，
left. Afterwards, I was too
我以為
ashamed
光明正大走添，
to apologize. It was
我係靜靜雞走㗎，仲要撻嘢添，
every day since. As I packed,
就係呢一
I
個。
knew that it was
哦
up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
收拾行李，啪啪，放翻啲入去。有冇多到嘢咧？哇，多咗好多嘢喎。passport，誒，好似係
Can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva
哦
behind.
個小毛會俾我嘅，個 headphone 又唔知點拎翻嚟。
Izzy
咦，食
gave me
譜
this in
喎，
exchange for my repair manual.
係食譜
She'll
定
be
咩
a
嚟嘅？
pro in no time.
哦，唔係維修，哦，有幅相。
My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make
呢個係
it
咩
better.
嚟嘅？
The
衫，
recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to
佢係咪斷咗次序？呢個先係食譜，呢個係維修啊？咯，
My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt
It's
heavy.
full 咁都叫 full，咁空溜溜。
I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance
我要
between
翻去
us.
喎，
I finally felt ready
我要
to
翻屋企啊！佢離開咗幾耐
I
其實？
just didn't know if they did I even remember their number?
打電話，
I wasn't sure.
然後電話係咪壞咗？要 fix 哦，係直接打，唔使 fix。OK，打電話呢個動作已經 fix 緊啦。OK，
Dad?
Hi，
Is that you?
Yes, Mom。之後咧，冇啦。製作期間誕生的孩子，完成。吓，個對話係咩啊？ 誒，仲有粒星喎，中將整咖啡機，卡門的信，卡門又揾我，
Dear
好
Maria,
忙。
Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognize her. She's like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks.
OK， 退錢返。
Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bella Eva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure
哇！
out
佢又想學人拉花
a，bit of
叫拉葉咯，拉
might be
葉。
just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish
哦，
you
佢
could
唔
see
識
the
組
mess I got
裝
into trying to put the thing together.
但我好遠喎，我喺哇直接飛咗去幫佢啦，咁好人嘅。Oh no！ 哇，好多嘢要搞。Oh no！ 最後一關咁難嘅，
Taking this apart will be easy.
啲螺絲扭到鬆晒。唔係有說明書嘅咩？哇，冇識到嗰條。
Pretty simple. I should start with them. Oh, I wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
佢自己裝緊喎。喂，大佬，我唔係想撳你。
How can there be so much steam? Ugh, I'm getting soaked. Why is there so much steam? That can't be right.
咁不熄咗先啊喂！冇得熄咗先㗎，我都要整爆佢。
The pipes are all connected, but there's still
啲
steam
管佢話易，但係
everywhere.
明明就好難裝。
Something's in the wrong place. Maybe I should focus on the pipes first.
Hmm?
They look easy.
OK。差唔多啦。
Maybe I should focus on the pipes
Hmm?
first. They look easy.
算電係幾多？電插一啦，唔係喎，奇怪㗎，佢後邊呢度都未整。
Maybe I should focus on the pipes first. They look easy.
點解佢仲漏緊嘅？仲有一個咧。跟住呢個分3條。
Finally, no more steam.
Finally, no more steam. 可以啦啩
I think that's everything. Better test the buttons. Just to
？Test the
make sure.
button. The button. 得2粒仔嘅呢個咖啡機。
All done. Piece of cake.
我真
Time for
Yay.
my first coffee, I think.
fresh coffee 嗰個。哦，有得玩咖啡哦 no 媽咪啊哈！我杯落去，塞落去，卜。哦，咁大杯啊，咁快嘅，朱古力嚟㗎。
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
Magical。奶。Perfect.
All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
餅啊！ta da！意式咖啡機兼一杯咖啡，加2塊餅。
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the
點
time
解有啲
I
翻譯
finished
係冇翻譯到㗎
the
？Coffee Queen。
It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional. Always the connoisseur, she didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, she was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole
佢將佢
thing's
成個過程
such
寫咗
hard
信
work,
俾
Maria.
我，
I never realized how difficult
但實際上
it
整
was
嗰個都係
to
我
write
嚟。
technical stuff. It made me realize how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carmen.
冇啦，真係最後啦，冇噶啦，玩完噶啦，好快玩完喎呢隻 game，2個鐘都冇喎。退出是否退出？否。好，佢冇得返主頁面咁，我哋就收台啦。我哋聽日就休息嘅，之後星期4又玩另一隻 game 啦。另一隻 game 咧就做啲咩咧？係玩影相啊！佢個 game 名實在太長啦，我記唔到啊！你哋自己睇時間表啦，唔好打我。咁好啦，我哋星期四夜晚先再見啦。好啦 ，Good night everyone 啊！你中唔中意我哋新換紅？正唔正？我正唔正？我仲可以食噶，食薯片，夾。 我哋星期四再見啦，拜拜。